Lee Anderson destroying the BBC and Keir Starmer's inept government. What do you think? Please make a comment and hit the like button.
Under your chairship. Now, I must know a different BBC from most MPs in this place today, because the BBC is a service that people are forced to pay for, even if they don't use it. It's not fair. And people can even go to prison for not paying the fine. And it's normally the people that do go to prison for not paying the fine are young, single mothers. And the BBC, as we all know, has been riddled with scandal for the past 100 years, but more so in the past few decades. And yes, I agree, the BBC has made some great programmes over the years, great documentaries, environmental programmes, etc. But they've also produced a whole raft of dodgy TV personalities, which probably nobody will mention in this room. Well, I'll tell you what, they do mention it outside in the real world. Personalities such as Jimmy Savile, Hugh Edwards, Chris Denning, Jonathan King, Chris Langham, Stuart Hall, Rolf Harris, Philip Schofield. A whole raft of perverts that have stalked the corridors of the BBC. And none of these here will talk about this. Not one of them. And mark my words, Miss Harris, there are still these creatures stalking the corridors of the BBC, and in the future their names will come out. We'll come back to this. Would you like to intervene? No, I thought not. Look at what they've done.
I'll have no chanting from a sedentary petition, please. Lee Anderson.
Thank you, Miss Harris. Look what they did to Cliff Richard. Filmed a raid on his house, an innocent man. Look what they did to Princess Diana. Look what they did to Donald Trump, our closest ally. Bob Villan on the stage shouting, "Death, death to the IDF." And what about the Gaza documentaries? And what about the Honourable Member for Clacton? Dodgy reporting on his bank accounts. The list goes on and on, Miss Harris. I won't give way on that point.
Tom Rutland.
Mentions bank accounts. Would he like to declare how much he has received in earnings from another broadcast media channel in the past year in his register of interests?
I'm quite happy to declare that. It's on my register of interests. It's £100,000 a year, and it's probably more than the Honourable Member will ever get paid for appearing on TV. That's if he gets paid anything at all. Anyway, I'm not paying my licence fee. I've not paid it for about 10 years. I'm not paying to subsidise the pensions of people like Hugh Edwards. Now, some people in this room, probably all of them, Miss Harris, may think I'm being a little bit unfair on the BBC. But like anybody in this room, get on your phones right now and provide evidence of another broadcaster that's been riddled with as many scandals as the BBC. Besides, but I'll finish with this. I hope the Minister will agree with me and the vast majority of the British public that people should have a choice. It should be a subscription service, and then people can decide whether or not they watch it and whether or not they pay for it. Thank you, Ms Harris. We have the ramping up of facial recognition. We've got 30 arrests a day for social media posts. We're getting rid of trial by jury in most cases, and we've also got children being radicalised in our schools by left-wing teachers. And now this government are trying to force digital ID onto us all. And the excuse that they're using, Sir Edward, is that it will stop illegal migrants from working. Now, if the Prime Minister was really serious about stopping illegal migrants from working, then he would detain and deport every single illegal migrant that crosses the English Channel, but of course he won't. This is a gimmick. It's a pathetic attempt by a weak Prime Minister who has lost total control. Over 5,000 of my constituents signed this petition, and they do not want this government poking their noses into their private lives. My constituents are not illegal migrants. They did not break into this country. They are decent, hard-working people whose fathers and grandfathers and great-grandfathers fought in 2 world wars to secure our freedoms. And every single working person in Ashfield is now going to be penalised because of the failures of this government. You don't need a digital ID to work in this country. You need a national insurance number, backed up with a driving licence, a passport or some photo ID. And my message to the government, Sir Edward, is quite clear. You allow undocumented men into our country with no ID at all. You pick them up and place them in luxury hotels with no ID at all. You then give them a free asylum claim and free legal aid with no ID at all. Yet you are ordering my constituents in Ashfield to get digital ID, and then you have the cheek to call us fascists. That's what they do. So just leave my constituents alone and concentrate on clearing up the mess that you lot created.